Hello, my dear children. How are you? I hope you all are fine and doing well. Stay home, stay safe. Welcome to Maths class, students. Today we are going to study the lesson number 6, angles. In the previous session of Maths, we have done the half part of lesson number 6. Today we are going to do the other half of that, and in that we are going to study the topic types of angles, measuring angle with the given measure, and the last one is parallel line and perpendicular line. So let's start with the first topic, that is the types of angle. So the very first type of angle is the acute angle. So what is acute angle? An angle whose measure is more than 0 degree but less than 90 degree is called an acute angle. As you can see in the picture, students, after measuring the angle, it is looking like this. See, it is a 30 degree, means it is more than 0 degree and less than 90 degree. So after drawing this angle, this is looking like this. We shall see on the protractor. Now, as I have explained you how to use the protractor, the number which is inside, we are going to use this from 0 to 180 degree. Now the sleeping line is drawn over here and the protractor center line is kept on the point of the sleeping line. Now the line is drawn of 35 degree. The number between 30 and 40 will be the 35 degree, which is less than 90 degree and more than 0 degree. So this is how the acute angle look after the measurement. Now these are some examples of acute angle in our day-to-day life. The formation of the palm. If we form the palm like this, we got an acute angle. Then the clock, when it's 2 p.m., it shows the acute angle, and the mouth of the Caesar, when it gets open, it shows an acute angle. Now moving to our next angle, that is the right angle. So an angle measuring 90 degree is called right angle. So this is how the right angle look. Now let's see on the protractor. Now the sleeping line end point, the center point of the protractor is kept and the 90 degree is measured. So this is how the right angle is looked. Now moving to our next angle, that is, these are the examples of right angle. See, the letter or the alphabet L form the right angle. Then the whiteboard or the blackboard which are there in the school, the corner of that board form the right angle. Now moving ahead is the obtuse angle. An angle whose measure is more than 90 degree but less than 180 degree is called an obtuse angle. See, after measuring like this, the obtuse angle look like this. It is 110 degree. So this is the way acute angle look like. Now on the protractor, we'll see the central point of the protractor is kept on the end line of the sleeping line and it is measured as 130 degree. So this is the way an obtuse angle is formed. Now the example is when it is 4 o'clock in the clock, it forms an obtuse angle, and the Japanese fan, when it opens, it forms an obtuse angle. Now see, acute angle of 62 degree looks like this. Right angle is always of 90 degree and obtuse angle 135 degree looks like this. So this is the way we have learned the types of angle, which are acute angle, right angle and obtuse angle. Now students, further we shall see how to draw the angle with the given measures. Now first let's take a revision how to use the protractor. Now everyone must be having the protractor. Now this is the central point or the central line of the protractor which you are supposed to keep at the point when you are drawing the angle. Now the numbers which are written in red, we shall be using that number to measure our angle. So let's start and learn how to draw the angle. Okay students, let's start with our next topic, that is drawing an angle of the given measure. Now students, here an measure is given already. Now using this protractor, you have to make the angle of 30 degree. Now students, as I have explained you how to use the protractor, so let's start making the angle. So the very first thing is you are going to make a slipping line. I'm using the color sketch so that it will be visible to you easily. Now I am making a line, slipping line like this, and this is the point where I am going to keep the central line of the protractor. Now using this protractor, I am going to make the 30 degree angle. So I am keeping this central line on the point which I am using to make the angle. Now students, here can you see the 30 degree? Now what I have said you that you are going to see the number which is inside for the degrees to measure the angle, or the whatever the measurement is given, you have to draw by using these measures. So from 0, 10, 20 and I got the 30 over here. So what I am going to do is here I am going to make a small dot over here so that it will be easier for me to make a line. Now by using this point, I am going to joint or make a line towards this point like this, a little bit more bigger than that. Now I have formed a 30 degree angle like this. Now as I have said you have to draw like this and you have to write inside what the degree of this angle is. This is the way your 30 degree angle will look like. Now the next degree given to you is the 90 degree. So again I am going to make a slipping line over here like this, and then put a point and going to keep the central line of the protractor on the point and mark the 90 degree. Now as you can see, the 90 degree is clearly visible. Now you are going to mark a small point over here and join this two point to make a line. Now this is the way you are going to make a 90 degree angle. Now and in 90 degree you are going to make a half square like this. You are not going to make a curve, you are going to make a square shape and right over here the 90 degree. So this is how your 90 degree angle look. Now moving to the next angle, that is of 120 degree. So let's make the 120 degree angle. Now as keeping the protractor over here, I am going to make a line. This is my line and here I am going to make a point. And then I'll keep the central line of the protractor on the point and mark the 120 degree. Now as you can see, 120 degree is clearly visible over here. I am going to mark it with a small point and then join these both point. And my 120 degree angle is ready. This is the way you are going to make 120 degree angle. So now here I am going to write like this. So this is the way you have to make your angles of the given measures. Now moving ahead, sometime the name of the angle and the degree is already given to you. The examples which I have shown you and the question which I have shown you just say that you have to draw these measures angle. You do not have to name it. If you want to name it, you can name it. Supposedly, this angle is A, B, C. Then this 90-degree angle I will name as O, P, Q. Then the next I am going to name as S, T, U. This is the way you can do. Now the next question says that, or the next example says that you have to draw angle PQR of measure 70 degree. Means the name of the angle is also given and the degree. So you have to make the angle of 70 degree. Now as I will draw a line over here, slipping line, and make a dot and put it on the point, the central line of the protractor, and mark the 70 degree. As you can see, the 70 degrees here. So I'm going to mark a small point and then join both these points. And my 70 degree angle is ready. And now I'm going to name that. Now first I will write this 70 degree. Now what the name is? PQR. Means the Q will always be coming in the middle. Means the point which is joining the two lines, Q will come over here because the position of Q is in the middle. As I have said you student in the explanation, because Q is the vertex and vertex comes in the middle. Now I'm going to write here P and I'm going to write here R. Now this is the way you have to draw the angle using protractor. I hope it was useful to you and you will be drawing the angles very properly. Okay, now moving ahead, we are going to see the other topic. So let's start with the topic. Now students, our last topic is the parallel lines and the perpendicular lines. Let's see what are parallel lines. Parallel lines do not intersect, that is, they do not cut each other no matter how far they are extended on either side. As you can see in the picture, the lines, two lines which simultaneously is drawn along each other is called as the parallel line. And students, they do not cut each other, means they do not get mixed with each other. We can draw as long as parallel line, but if it is not intersecting, that means it is a parallel line. Intersect means that they are not cutting each other lines. Now these are the some examples of parallel line. As you can say, the racing track, then the ladder and the railway track. These are the example which we see in our day-to-day life of parallel lines. The racing track do not intersect with each other. The ladder which is shown over here, it is going straight simultaneously. Both the lines of the ladder is going straight. They are not mixing with each other. Then the railway track, that also without intersecting or without cutting each other, they are continuously going along. Then the next is the perpendicular lines. When two lines make an angle of 90 degree with each other, they are said to be perpendicular to each other. As you can see students, here the two lines are there. One is the slipping line and one is the standing line. And if it is drawn like this, they are making the 90 degree angle. As I have explained you what a 90 degree angle. So if this type of line is there, they are called as the perpendicular lines. Now see, the street light and the stamp is the example of perpendicular line. See, downwards they are taking the position of slipping position like this. They are standing on that land and then the stamps are in this position, means they are making a 90 degree angle. So that is why they are the example of perpendicular lines. Now some other example of perpendicular lines are the window of our house, and the parallel line example is the blackboard, which we use in our day-to-day life. Now students, with this we have finished the explanation of the second part of lesson number 6. Students, I'll see you in the next class. Till then, stay home, stay safe. Bye.